Hello law aspirants. So here we are in connection with our Greek mythology, more idioms, more phrases of Greek mythology. Greek mythology must have, made you more energetic about the idioms and phrases, more enthusiastic, more vivacious, and learn it for it. And students are giving a wonderful response. And so in connection with our mythological words, we are joining up the mythological idioms too. That language is the dress of thought. So language which will be very enriched, embellished and decorative will be very in a simple way, if I would say, is going to help you to crack your CLAT examination, because students have also asked about the inferences and things, and in the coming up videos we are coming up with the passage structure too, right? So start with our class for today. Now, taking up the words, these words and phrases are from mythology and history, right? Now, to begin with, in every day-to-day life, you might come across, apart from the single words like the ones we saw in the previous chapter, phrases and clauses, and sometimes even sentences which are taken from mythology. As discussed in detail, mythology are words which are handed down from generation to generation. Phrases whose full meaning could not be revealed unless you take a look behind the mythological curtain. So let's have a look into some of those phrases and sentences given below. You ready? Okay, please take your pen and paper and start writing, jotting down the words. Taking up the first word, Fabian. What does Fabian mean? The word Fabian is the cautious, waiting and dilatory policy. Please note the word. It is a synonym section. In fact, idioms, synonyms, sentence completion, passage, inferences, they all go hand in hand for the English section. So it's a dilatory process. What is dilatory? It's a slow process. It is not hasty. Right? It is very slow, cautious, waiting and dilatory policy, which eventually results in a victory. See, what is it resulting in? Victory. It's not a policy that you're doing things, you're working slowly, gradually, but whatever may happen, it will result in victory. Right? Taking up the origin of the word, from where this word originated, you're most welcome to write your sentences further for it. Quintus Fabius Maximus was appointed dictator in 217 BC to lead the Romans in the war against Hannibal. There was a war and he had to lead them against this war. Fabius, also known as Cunctator. Please note this word. This is a synonym for the word in English. Where I've highlighted, your work is just to read the idiom and write the synonyms for it. So the synonym first, cautious. Second, waiting. Third, dilatory. Fourth, slow. Fifth, not hasty. Sixth, Cunctator. Seventh, delayer. Right? 7 synonyms in one go. What more do you want? Harassed Hannibal's army by a cautious strategy of delay and avoidance of direct encounter, such as cutting off its supplies, at the same time avoided open conflict and eventually, that means finally, yes, finally turned the situation in his favor. Right? So what is Fabian policy? That's a slow policy, a policy which is moving at a very slow pace, but yes, it results in victory. The demonetization policy of Modi proved to be a Fabian one, right? The Fabian policy may not be welcomed by the people in the initial stage, but later they understand the importance of it. That is called, yes, Fabian policy. Let's move to the second one. Already? Okay. You please do write your sentences for it. It will be really an initiative on the part of the students to give their feedback for this. Right? Turning to the second one. The second idiom is hedonism. Actually, it's all those words which we have taken from Greek mythology. Some of them have become idioms. Some of them, these words remain as common nouns. From proper noun to common or adjectives they have turned to. Now, when Fabian policy, if I use the word, it's an adjective. The part of speech is quite clear for this. Hedonism is living and behaving in ways that give much pleasure out of the one's lifestyle, based on the belief that the most important thing of life is to enjoy oneself. What is the main idea of life? Yes, enjoy oneself. Live a happy, comfortable, easy, king-size life. I'm reminded of one more thing. If you've heard of the England's literature, there was Puritanism. Before Puritanism, there was Catholic rule. Charles I was the ruler. He was a Catholic king, and he believed in this. Most of the poets at that time must have heard this word, carpe diem. That means seize the moment. Enjoy your life. Live life comfortably, happily, with all the comforts of life, eating, drinking, sleeping, merrymaking, enjoying. Now, don't ask me, is it positive or negative? It's your strategy of life, your viewpoint, your attitude, your perspective. Right? Its synonymous words for hedonism could be, please note, very, very important word, epicure. Second word, gourmet, person who has got very good taste for food. Gourmand, I have taken in general. See, there may be some not exactly the synonym, but they will come out in the synonym section only. A person who's glutton is very fond of eating. Right, you must have heard of this person Bhim and Kumbhakarna. Bon vivant. See, bon is good and vivant. Next word, gastronome, from the word gastronomy, that is art of cooking. See, the gaster root. These are the root section going along with it. Connoisseur, one who is an art expert and one who has good taste. Epicurean, the eighth idiom for this. See the synonyms list here. Next, sybaritic. Sybaritic, hedonistic, voluminous, fastidious, and sensuous. See, we have got 5 sense organs. If you're just living your life to fulfill your sense organs, desires, curiosity, and you're living a very comfortable life, this is called hedonist. Please note one of the analogies linked with this. Hedonist is to pleasure. Hedonist is to pleasure. See, and then we'll have lover of pleasure is called hedonist. Lover of beauty is called aesthetic. So, a person who lives a very pleasurable and comfortable life is called hedonist. Now, how did this word come into being? I hope you have written this 12 to 13 synonyms, very important. Ma'am, should we be hedonists? No. If you live a life of hedonism, or if you are a hedonist, no, you cannot crack that, because you are just fulfilling the desires of your sense organs. Moving on further to the origin of this word. How did this word come into being? Hedonism is from a Greek word, right? Because as we are doing the Greek mythology, it is a Greek word meaning sweetness or pleasure. Another synonym, the 14th one, living a very sweet, pleasurable, comfortable life, king-size life in the terms of the students. Is the name of a philosophical doctrine. It's a philosophy that pleasure is the chief aim of life. What is the chief aim of life? Pleasure. The pursuit of pleasure is associated also with the followers of Epicurus. Epicurus is also the one who follows this pleasurable life. Although the philosophy of Epicureans embraced, that means they loved, many other tenets, it is identified, it is considered specially, chiefly with the love of pleasure, so that Epicureanism has become a synonymous for what? Yes, luxurious living, living a very comfortable life, luxurious living. You can see the alliteration in this, wonderful. An epicure is a person who is fond of choice food. This is strictly related to any sense organs. Out of any of these 5 sense organs, it could be any, this person is more interested in eating food and drink, or has delicate taste. In the same class are the Sybarites. Please note. After the things. The inhabitants of Sybaris in southern Italy, who were noted for their love of luxury. So we have done 15 synonyms. To do a quick recap for this, we have in just 2 words, we had linked 15 to 20 words in this. This is the word here, hedonism. And you have understood in analogy section, sentence completion, or in any of the cases, this would be easily done. Hedonism means a person who has love for pleasure, right? Moving on to the next of these. Labors of Hercules. Labors. What is labors? Labors means hard work. Stalwarts. Right? People who put in their best. Right? Doing a lot of hard work. Labors of Hercules is extremely hard work that calls for superhuman efforts. What does it call for? This work can't be done by a human being. This will be done by a superhuman. So it's a work which is hard work which calls for what? Superhumanly efforts. Now, origin of this phrase in Greek mythology, Hercules. He was the son of Zeus and Alcmene, renowned for its strength and courage. This person was known to be very strong and courageous person. Who? Hercules. You must have also seen the idiom changed into the 4th one, if I take Herculean task. You can have this idiom as a synonym for this idiom too, because it means a lot of hard work is required. Clearing clat is Herculean task for those who do not study and do not watch our vocabulary videos, right? So Hercules was the son of Zeus and Alcmene. Where was I? And he was renowned for his power and strength. He was sentenced by Apollo to perform those 12 laborious labors of ordinary difficulty. These are superhuman labors. These works which were given to him, no ordinary human being can do this work. This word required superhuman talent. These are superhuman labors, and Herculean is a word which is used to describe superhuman strength, right? So what is the idioms? I do a quick recap. First one that I did with you, that is Fabian. What is this? This is a policy which is a slow policy, dilatory policy, but the result is, yes, the result is victory. You are not vanquished. No, not at all. The second one which I did with you, hedonism, living a pleasurable, comfortable life, enjoying, eating, drinking, merrymaking, a sybarite, an epicure, a gourmet, or a connoisseur. This was a Greek word and the origination has been explained. The origin, adds flavor to your learning. You don't have to learn origin. You don't have to mug up or just read origin. The stories make it interesting. The stories are the spice of this description. And the last one which I did today was labors of Hercules, that is extremely hard work. And I expect my students that they will do a lot of Herculean tasks. Yes, a lot words, a lot many things, because next series, we are coming with the inferences of the passage which you are looking forward to. So do stay tuned with us, keep your fingers crossed, and do happy CLAT preparation. Thank you.